Makeup, you scary. You freaking scary, Makeup. Oh my god. The wonders of makeup is insane. And what's so funny is the makeup, that is actually true. That really does happen in real life, how makeup can easily just change someone's appearance. And it's scary. It's really freaking scary. Yet we see the entire example what makeup can do to a character like Tsuneko. Oh my god. Her character from just looks like just a regular bookworm that was someone that would read a lot of books to someone that just looks like a high school student or a college student that would go out there and go into mixers all the time, which hence happens at the end of this episode. But oh my god. Sayaka's face gets revealed to Usa this episode, and Usa gets an up-close shot of her face. We didn't get to see it, and it upsets me so much, because I want to see her face. I'm tired of her face getting hid. I want to see exactly how Sayaka looks without her makeup on, because if we see such a drastic change in Tsuneko this episode, imagine what Sayaka looks like, because you could clearly see in Usa's face, he was terrified. He was absolutely terrified. What was funny about that scene was he said that I gained a weakness on Sayaka today. But at the same time, I gained a new weakness. And I'm like, oh my god, freaking Sayaka would kill Usa if Usa ever spilled the beans about what she probably looked like. So, actually, it might be best to leave it unknown, because if we ever get to see her face, it might not be as bad as we all envisioned, and so we probably would have our expectations killed. So I guess it would be better to leave her face unknown to all of us for the rest of the series, but still, just knowing that her face is so scary that Usa gained a new weakness is terrifying. Now, majority of half this episode focused on Sayaka, finding out more about her character, finding out that she actually has a friend, which is different, because as we've seen Sayaka's character, she's a really badass character, let's just be honest here, but at the same time, she's never shown anything that's a weakness about her, besides always having makeup on. That's all we've ever gotten on her. But besides that, we find out she has a friend, and her friend calls her Nabi. Oh my god, Nabi, that is adorable, cute, and you gotta love how Mayumi and Usa are just laughing their ass off while they're saying Nabi and all that. She seems so mad. I mean, Sayaka, oh my god, did you see her face, the way she was chibi-fied in this episode, the way she looked at Tsuneko this episode, the way she was just pouring her drink, all that, she just looked so freaking furious and embarrassed. It was something we've never seen Sayaka's character ever do in this series, and it was just so refreshing getting an episode kind of focused on her for once, and getting to see exactly how she acts. Hopefully we will eventually find out more about her character, because there definitely needs to be more backstory, not just on Tsuneko, but more things on Nat. But as we can clearly see, it seems like Sayaka is a good character. Deep down, she's a really caring character, and she used to watch over Tsuneko in the past, and so we can clearly see that in this episode, so I like Sayaka even more than I did. Now, after that entire part, we shift over to pretty much Kawaii, our main female character. She gets a little bit of development, and she actually manages to make a new friend. Right here, I love this. We actually get positive development with Kawaii. She's starting to get a friend, not just Usa. She's actually being able to talk to a fellow classmate, a fellow school member, and actually being able to talk about books in the library with this person. And at first, it looks friendly, kind, and, happy. Everything seems to be fine. But as you see the episode progress, you notice that this friend starts getting way too attached to Kawaii. I mean, she's constantly saying, let's go to the bathroom, let's eat together, let's walk home together, let's go to school together in the morning, just different stuff like that, and you can clearly see it starting to take its toll on Kawaii. Also, another thing is that Kawaii gives her phone number off to this girl, and so this girl is constantly just texting her real fast, and Kawaii's like, just that, oh my god, her dejected face, and when she was just so dead to the world, like she was literally dead, and she's like, you just see her typing real fast. Oh, that was funny. That was really fucking funny, because that stuff does happen to people, and it's just hilarious getting to see that. So, overall, what we've learned from this episode is Kawaii, I think at this moment, is kind of feeling bad that she made a friend with this person, but at the same time, it's a positive progression with her character. But at the same time, I think, to increase the character development right here, Kawaii needs to let her friend know, her new friend, that she can't always be with her all the time, and that she's a different type of person. She doesn't like crowds. Like we can see at the end of this episode, her friend tricked her into going to a mixer, which at first it seems harmless. It is harmless to all of us, but still, Kawaii is the type of person, as we all know, does not like crowds, and she gets embarrassed. She doesn't like being center of attention, and so, yeah, as we all know, Usa's going to come and save her probably next episode, and we're going to get some romance romance type feelings going on. If I am correct, next week is the final episode of Kawaisou, so we better have a kiss scene. We better have a kiss scene, a confession, or something to end this series on, because if next week is the final episode, we better have something like that, or I'll be really freaking pissed, because this series has had so much romance buildup, it needs that final just kiss, hug, whatever, something that really just concludes this romance for this season, and this series definitely needs a season 2 from what I've seen so far. So, honestly, good episode, a really good episode. I love this episode so much because of the comedy. It wasn't just S&M comedy as usual, it was actually focused on a different type of comedy, freaking bestiality comedy right at the beginning. I'm like, what the fuck? That just, whoa. If you don't know what joke I'm talking about, it's literally right at the beginning of this episode. Sayaka uses a bestiality type joke, which I never expected in this series at all, let alone different jokes I've also heard about the donut hole and stuff like that. So, overall, this series continues to impress me with the different type of jokes it uses, keeps a very consistent animation quality that is really beautiful, and you gotta love the chibi forms of all these characters. And so, a great episode. Tell me your thoughts on this episode. What was your favorite moment? If I had to say and place my favorite moment, it would have to be the Usa and Sayaka scene where Sayaka's face, I'm guessing, is just, oh my god, horrific. And then the scene where you have the inner monologue of Usa, and then obviously it's like, I want to have my touchy-feely time with Kawaii, and then you see Mayumi come up and erase it in his freaking monologue thoughts. That was a funny moment too. Those have to be my favorite moments of this episode. So everybody, tell me your thoughts on this episode. I love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.